and welcome to the NXT review. I'm Adam Wilbourn from WhatCulture, joined by Michael Hamflett from WhatCulture, here to review everything that happened on last night's episode of NXT. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube, where we do daily wrestling podcasts. Right on review the show, formerly known as NXT 2.0. From last night down. AEW Dynamite. AEW Collision. Pay-per-views, 3 live events. We have interviews.
Never. I'm tracking it.
Table discussions. We have interviews, all this stuff as well. I have no idea where I am. Wrestle Culture, bloody good quiz. We're here with Hamflett to talk about NXT. What an eventful show that was.
I'm a bit distracted by SmackDown getting fancier by the week. I wish I could see the SmackDown that you stare at behind me. Ooh, dressed to the nines. Eventful, yes. Good, not always.
Yeah, it was a rough sledding early on.
Yeah. It was nice to be back in the world, knowing that I was going to be talking about it with you. Myself and Sidgwick were unable to get to this last week due to time pressures.
And wacky summer. We talked a lot about it on the preview yesterday, if you want to know our thoughts.
Do you know what? I was thinking about this when we were talking about SummerSlam. We're going to be previewing SummerSlam before the end of the week, I would hope. And it's
our last pod ever.
Our first and last pod of August. In some ways, the biggest poddy.
Not for the podcast channel, just me and him. I mean,
the biggest poddy of the summer. Yeah.
Nice.
And I was thinking, God, if I wasn't going to watch that, I'd get back from my holiday and then I'd think, I really need to catch up on it. I'm going to watch SummerSlam, but otherwise, it's going to take me a little minute to catch up with WWE. I think I've counted 3 weeks of NXT.
You are going to have no
roster
clue.
by then, aren't they? They're going to, because this week felt like a little bit of a shock, having missed that one in Houston last week. But, by the end of August, by the time we're reaching Heat Wave, which you won't bloody believe when it's fallen.
No, I can't believe it.
It's only going to fall on the same weekend as Forbidden Door.
No.
Calendars!
But people who say I'm biased, am I going to Heatwave? No. Am I going to Forbidden Door? Yes. So
there's science. Science and maths there.
And
what are we doing after Forbidden Door? Actually, no, stop now. Don't answer that question. What am I doing after Forbidden Door?
What are you doing after Forbidden Door?
Well, I don't know.
What are you watching it on telly, presumably?
I might, love you, Larry Rabb, be there in person for it.
What?
But
by yourself, on your Todd?
No. I might be going, thank you, Larry Rabb, with my cousin Nick.
Yes!
But
love Nick.
We haven't got anywhere to go, nothing to do, unless certain strings that were promised are pulled.
Yes, and you know, the thing about Nick is, once he leaves shows, he refuses to walk more than 100 steps.
He's always said that.
Yeah, he's always said that. Well, good news.
We can lie about him on this one as well, because I know for a fact he'll never ever.
He will definitely listen. Cheers, Nick, for listening.
Oh, he listens, yeah, but you know, it's NXT, isn't it?
Yeah.
For the hardcores and the purists.
You're going to be at the O2. Just literally walk, I don't know how many steps it is exactly, but over to the Indigo 2, which is in the same building.
300 didn't get you there. It's just a bunch of people stopped there.
Carry Nick to the Indigo 2 for
300, doing them up
for the Forbidden Door after party. With the brilliant Sweet Chin Disco. Swerve's going to be there. Nana's going to be there. I'm going to be there. It's going to be awesome.
How can you say he's biased against AEW now?
Dice.fm if you want to get tickets for that. By the way, I can't believe I buried the lead on our recap of last week's NXT because I completely neglected to mention what Booker T called Blake Monroe. So they did the big opening in, where were they last week? Texas? No.
Dirty Texas? It was Houston.
Yes, Houston, thank you. Big opening, and they're like, oh, where's Booker? He's not on commentary with us right now. And he walks through and he walks out. He's like, hey, everybody, we've got a huge show for you tonight. We've got world title matches, etc., etc. And he said, and we're all really excited to see the singles in-ring debut, of course, of Monica Monroe. Who's that?
Oh,
I've heard of Blake Monroe.
Buck.
Hence why she said what she said in the promo tonight.
Makes sense.
Anyway.
I'd missed that completely, yeah.
Yeah, very funny.
Booker T, man.
You had one job, Booker.
What are we doing?
Try and remember something about the show you're paid to watch every week.
He has one job, and often he spends that time ordering his dinner for when work's finished. You know?
Just there. When's Stephanie Vaquer coming out?
Where's she gone? Where's Hot Bang gone?
Hunter, you need me to jizz on the main roster? No? Okay, I'll just stay down here then. So, right, let's start this show off. NXT began with another tribute, 10-bell salute to Hulk Hogan and the wonderful video package they made for him. And then we got a recap of last week with the Blake Monroe DDT on Jordan Grace. Obafemi obviously retaining his title. Undertaker making Trick Williams famous.
Yeah.
He didn't respect him. And, well, now you've had a chance to see it. The beautiful new North American title unveiled by Ethan Page.
It's a gorgeous belt. It is a gorgeous belt.
I panicked a bit when he was like, I've got a new belt. Whoa, not that one.
If I ever in my life, and I hope this might one day happen, get the privilege of getting to visit Hitman's Bar again in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, home of the Calgary Hitmen. Good catch. Maybe have a beer or two, share some old heart stories with Adam Nicholas Sr.
Hey.
Go back, do another...
Meet the man himself as well.
Dads and lads, shots out the belt. Meet the man himself this time. Like failing twice the last time.
So close. Get him on the phone at least.
I want to see the Canadian title displayed.
Does look
like
really good.
A maple leaf flag strap. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Have you seen this belt, Nicholas?
Yes.
It's a stunner, isn't it?
It's a flag.
Well, yeah, but where are we at with the Canadian? We talked about this when we were there.
Yeah.
I think the Canadian, without double checking or anything, Canadian flag's instant top 3 and might be top 1.
And why is that, do you think?
Well, Bret Hitman Hart was born there. It just
Yeah.
means something to me.
Yep. And why else is that, do you think? You can do this.
Come on, I think I've got this.
I think
before
you've
he
got
has.
this for sure.
I'll give you a clue. It's the same colours Granite Xhaka's wearing right now.
It's red and white. That's true.
Correct.
But having said that, I know that actually proves your point more. So I was like, but I also like the American flag, famed, of course, for one of its red and white stripes. It's
personally-
so simple though.
I like the gimmick for sure.
2
I mean,
colours.
it's not good to look at, but it's I like the gimmick.
Love it.
Switzerland for me. Their flag's a big plus, I'd say.
You have no idea what you've... Or maybe you do. Do you know this? Does he know that?
I don't think he knows that.
No. This was literally what happened last Friday on our podcast together.
We did anything but wrestling.
Oh, that's coming out today at 6 o'clock.
Oh, excellent. Well, those are. I won't spoil the thing that we kind of just did.
I mean, I'm sure they'll survive.
Nicholas was talking about when I go to Switzerland. So I don't know much about the country, but the flag's a big flag.
Yes!
And there was another one. Can you remember?
No.
Pun boy.
Wouldn't you like to know, Pun Boy?
Mister, I've got 7 Switzerland puns just sitting in my pocket on Friday.
Swiss cheese.
Chocolate?
Swiss like chocolate boy.
It was something about them being neutral.
It's gone.
Well, just like his memory boy.
I'll have to watch it myself
Yeah.
and listen to it myself and see. It's a great podcast.
Well, worth checking out. NXT match-wise
So
started
what's favourite flags? What's your favourite flags?
like Taiwan's unique one.
What's Taiwan's?
Isn't that no, it's Nepal maybe I'm thinking of actually. The one that's not a flag, basically. It's like 2 triangles.
Oh, yes. I know the one you mean. Yeah.
Ended up on flags again. Have we done this? Wilbourn, what's the only flag that doesn't have red, white, or blue in it?
Isn't the one that's all green?
I don't know. You tell
I think
me.
you're thinking of an all green one with a tiny bit of red in. And that's got red in it.
The only flag doesn't have
Good catch.
red, white, or
Good
blue
catch.
in it. England? France.
I don't think he's taking this seriously.
Netherlands.
Do you think?
The referee's assistant's flag. Yellow.
Can that sit with me for a bit? Can I have a think? Oh, I promise I won't Google it.
Yeah.
We'll come back to it. It's good retention as well. For
Hang
that.
on, actually. Well, Hamflett, maybe you can answer this without answering. Has he been there?
I think so.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I think he's been there.
Thailand?
Nope.
No. Leave it with me.
It's Chesterfield.
How did you not see?
Let's get on with the show, and we'll come back to flag chat.
Flag watch.
The show, match-wise, began with Jada Parker versus Jasmine Nix. Jasmine Nix, of course, of Fatal Influence. She's not the only one there. There's the former North American champion, of course, Fallon Henley, and the double champ, JC Jane.
Belt collector.
Nice. They were there at ringside to, basically bollock her after she lost this match.
Yep.
Jada Parker got most of the offense here, as she should, to be perfectly honest. She beat her up. She allowed Nyx to get in a shot in because she was too busy berating Fallon Henley and JC Jane. So she hit a Nyx kick, did Jasmine, to get a 2 count, but Parker immediately fought back, slapped her in the chest, hit the teardrop in the corner. There was a Samoan drop in there as well, I believe, and a hypnotique for the 1, 2, 3.
Just not great, was it?
It was just very much sort of basic stuff, and Jasmine is very green, obviously.
Very green.
Or maybe it was just like she has to make short work of her because she's a title contender.
Possibly. I think they ran into a bit of a problem here, didn't they? Because the gulf was massive between the two. But you're supposed to be watching, and well, I was going to say supposed to be, you were watching this as a number 1 contenders match. Yes, it was to be number 1 contender into a multi-person match, potentially. However, that was what the stakes were, and I don't know, maybe, like the Fallon Henley dynamic worked way better.
Yes.
Put it like that, for what they were trying to do here.
Yeah.
And I still enjoy, like, we have a bit of a soft spot for Fatal Influence, and that way we tend to grow soft spots for NXT acts.
Mm-hmm.
But the continued, is it just Ascension, or are they just complete arseholes? I really enjoy, like the JC Jane telling them a different start time, like the get 'em girls, and nobody being there, like they have fun with this, and I quite like it as a result. So they're an act that I genuinely look forward to seeing.
This was the gift that kept on giving throughout this night, which we'll get to later. We see Javon Evans in the back running into the high rise, laughing at them for letting Trick Williams go out wearing that goofy ass outfit only to get dropped by the Undertaker, and they didn't have his back either. And then Javon also catches a little bit of a teachable moment. There you are, lads. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mr. Chase telling Kale Dixon and Uriah Connors, time to step up and go after the big dogs, make a statement tonight. And Javon is taking that exact same advice that he got from Taker. And he comes out following this. He says, last week was crazy as hell. Houston was on fire. The young OG met the Undertaker. Talking about a legend, a Hall of Famer, who's gave me a legendary advice. I should go after the biggest dog in the yard.
Me, the Undertaker. Javon Evans challenged him to a match.
I did laugh how the Trick Williams immediately came after he said that, saying, woof, woof, the biggest dog has finally arrived.
Just in case you were wondering.
Hey, look, Javon, I know you're on your high horse. What is this? Is this like a game in the back? Remember they try and get like Oasis songs into...
they're trying to get as many animals into the promo as possible.
Yeah. You could be a bit of a snake, but...
You're a wile coyote out there.
I know you've been talking to the dead man and everything like that. But
I was listening to a frigging podcast interview. I don't really like Chris Tarrant that much, right? I have no real opinion on him at this point, but I don't think he comes across that well. But he was on a podcast that I typically like, otherwise a time capsule one. So I was like, I'll see what he puts in his time capsule. And he got, do you know what he's into now? Do you know why he was on the podcast? They're always there to plug something.
NFTs.
No.
MFTs.
It's related to what we were just talking about.
Dogs.
You're quite
close. Horses.
You continue to be close. Just because he can, minted, wadded, and be like, I think I can still make money out of what is blatantly just my hobby. He's writing books and making photo books about, like, bear attacks.
Sorry?
Yeah. Like, he's got a book out called, like, Chris Tarrant's A Million Bears. And, like, it's just he goes out to the Antarctica or anything and, like, takes pictures of polar bears and tries not to get savaged to death.
Who doesn't want to be attacked by a bear?
Somebody, I think it was Richard Herring, was like, did you not want to call your book Who Wants to See a Million Bears?
Very good.
And he was like, oh, no, I didn't, because that would be a bit stupid, wouldn't it? And I'm thinking, that's the only thing that would be interesting about this book, Chris. Right? Well, son's a very talented boy. And I was like, how would he get his opportunities, Chris?
There's 3 things you shouldn't do.
Criticize Toby Tarrant?
Says Trick. I think Toby's sister's also in radio. Funny how that works out,
It's wild, isn't it?
Not jealous. 3 things you shouldn't do.
Radio, you shouldn't be.
Pull on Superman's cape. Try Trick Williams. Or try the biggest box office draw in NXT or TNA has to offer. That's also Trick Williams.
It's what we've always said.
We've done this dance before, he says. You all know how that turned out last time. I was watching this thinking, yeah, I'm fairly certain I've watched you two quite a lot. But Trick Williams is better now than ever. Mind your business while the grown folk are talking, he says. Javon's like, slow down, brother. You're coming out here with all this big dog energy. How many times have they said the word dog in this so far?
Too many. No wonder I found this so off-putting.
Biggest dog in the yard. Biggest dog has finally arrived. Let me give you some advice, dog. Look here, dog. Big dog energy. 5.
And
5 times.
I get accused of going off on tangents when I bring up woof on podcasts. And the
exactly.
wrestlers are doing it more than me. Maybe that was what they were worried about. Maybe they were worried they've been watching one of those crazy Mr. Bean looking ass TV shows, and I'm worried I'm going to turn into a dog.
Indeed. He says, look, you got your ass chokeslammed by Taker last week. What are you talking about? Trick's offended by this. He says, you're right, I did get slammed by the Undertaker, but fact still remains, I'm still the TNA champion. Hold on, I'm still the biggest thing in NXT as well. Hold on, still the biggest thing in TNA as well. And the biggest thing you could do wrong is try Trick Williams. Let's talk about it. And Javon says, right, well, to be honest, I wasn't really talking about you. I was talking about the NXT champion, Obafemi. And then Trick's offended because he's disrespecting him again. Obafemi wishes he was Trick Willie. Let's talk about it. We all saw him last week. He had lust in his eyes, he says. There was a moment where the 3 champs, JC Jane, Oba, and Trick met. He wishes he had this title that I've got on his shoulder. I think he had it around his waist at this point, but anyway. Maybe I'll take what he wants and become a 2-time champion. I was like, oh, no. No. There's too many crossing the streams already. Watch out, JC Jane. Trick Willie's coming to the top, right next to you, taking over both brands. And Javon's like, right, that's where we have a problem. Because you get in my way of going after the NXT championship. I'll erase your ass from the equation, and that's facts. Out comes Wes Lee. Says, don't let that young whippersnapper get under your skin, Trick. Javon, you're right, dog. You should be talking about Obafemi because
7.
Trick Williams is on a whole different level than you, dog.
8.
Trick's like, talk about it. Wes says,
talk about it.
Wes says, Undertaker gave you the right advice, but he gave it to the wrong person. You don't understand what it takes to be a champion just yet. Oftentimes, the people who captivate this audience leave empty-handed. These are just straight facts coming from the greatest North American champion ever and a 3-times world champion. You're going to have a great journey towards the championship, but unfortunately, it's a long, long ways away. You're not going to get close to Trick Williams because the high rise is going to stop you dead in your tracks. And Javon sort of realizes what's about to happen because they're all out there. He says, well, see where this is going. If it's going to start, it's going to start tonight, and I'm going to start with Wes, and I'm going to go out a fighter. And he chins Wes Lee, but obviously numbers game catches up to him. They beat him down, and the rest of the high rise hold him in place for Wes Lee to hit him with a cardiac kick and then tell him he's going to go back and meet Ava and get this sorted for a match later on in the night, which I was very happy about subsequently.
Yeah, all was well that ended well here, and thank God, because this was a bad segment. Is there a bit of an anti-chemistry thing going on between Trick and Javon? Because it was with Javon Evans that Trick first became Prick, and none of us really bought it. And then they haven't interacted for a while. And Trick seems to, we talked about this in the previews, kind of found himself a little bit as this TNA champion.
Got rid of swagger now, yeah.
Yeah, it's this arrogance that is simultaneously earned and not by being a TNA world champion. This idea, this guy walking around, he fumbled the ball as NXT champion, but he's kind of pretending he isn't and is obscuring the fact because he got a new ball. He's just replaced his, like, Mike the Tactic, size 5, 1996 Premier League edition with one of them, like, flyaways you buy for the beach. It was 99p. In terms of quality terms.
Absolutely.
NXT title versus TNA title. I thought their interplay here was, like, a little bit excruciating. Like the dog stuff.
Jamaica.
There's a button for
There's
that.
a button for that.
Sorry. All right. More interesting in this promo. I was more captivated by your journey to get this flag, get it correctly, and to watch these two exchange these verbal barbs again. There's a Trick Williams problem here, you know. I know what you were saying about crossing the streams, and I tend to get wound up about it. There's just too many things that have been focused on in NXT now, and NXT isn't the central focus. I don't think I want Trick Williams back in the title picture, and it didn't make me feel good. I've really enjoyed this experimental Obafemi run, and this was like, this is a backward step. Or maybe this is a diversion, and maybe the goal here is a one-on-one Javon Obafemi match. And it's like the ultimate underdog. Can Javon get it done? Will Obafemi just crush him outright? I don't mind that as a big main event. I don't think I want Trick back in this picture.
What if, I was just thinking there, because I was like, right, how can we work this? I think there should be a Trick versus Javon number one contenders match. They shouldn't, obviously. I mean, they would. I'm I was told triple threats weren't good, and yet they had one of the best ones again over WrestleMania weekend. We were there for it. But
you got me in the end because you reminded me of being there for it. So.
What if they have a number one contenders match and Javon wins and Trick's like, I've had enough of this. I'm going to hospitalise him before he even gets a chance to fight Obafemi. If only someone from the TNA roster who's also a high flyer, maybe who climbed a ladder previously, comes into NXT to make the save. I'm talking about Jeff Hardy, basically. And then you can have a tag match, Obafemi and Trick Williams versus Jeff Hardy and Javon Evans before the 2 title matches.
Jeff and Javon's quite good. Can he arrive via the same rope ladder that he used to win the...
Yes.
Like, so it just drops through the building. It's like, whoa, what's dropping that rope ladder? It must have been a helicopter. It's in my alien spaceship. Climb aboard, Javon. Turns up next week with a sore ass because they've been probing him.
What's the problem, Trick? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Ghost dog.
This town, it's coming like a ghost town.
A spooky ghost town.
There's little fans.
All the territories have been closed down. I got Jeff Hardy. He's welcome anytime.
Yeah.
Close the door as soon as he gets in. You never know who's following.
Could be a draft.
Jeff, close that door behind you. Oh, there's somebody else got to close that door behind you.
Lock it.
Somebody's still parking there.
One's enough. So we mentioned...
He's got my gear. We'll buy a new gear. Buy a new gear, Jeff. Get in. Get inside.
We see Dixon and Connors. They are waiting outside the locker room to, I think, hospitalise the tag team champions with chairs. They're sort of getting themselves ready. A little look in. There's Hank and Tank. They run in. Hank's like, whoa! And they say, what are you doing? They're like, we're going to attack you with chairs to get ourselves a title shot. They're like, you can just ask, can I have a title shot? Yes. And then Andre Chase walks in. He was like, isn't what I wanted you to do at all.
They're having a mare with this chair shoes, they're going really like route one with it. It's like, have you understood and listened to my lessons? Go and use my teachings for good. We're gonna kill him. Like, it's what's going on with this? It's crap. It's absolute crap.
I love Hank and Tank, so they made this for me.
Everything feels like it's a bit of a copy of a copy of a copy. Hank and Tank, like, they kind of remind me of an NXT I loved without actually being the NXT I love. Hong Kong's funny. They're kind of not good enough. That's
they're 2.0, aren't they? As in the tag team 2.0.
But they're a photocopy of 2.0. They're not quite dumb bollocks enough for 2.0, but they're close to it. Chase U are a copy of a copy of a copy of Chase U.
Yep.
It's just...
Hong Kong, excuse me.
All right, it is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can sense that. I mean, it's. I think he's eventually going to have to say, stop thinking for yourselves and listen to what I've got to say.
Yeah,
effectively. But it's been a weird few weeks for Chase U.
I feel like they don't. Do you know? I feel like so we haven't talked much about this yet, but on Unreal, where you've got those massive whiteboards.
Sorry, 1 second.
Oh my God.
Watch WWE Unreal. It's genuinely great if you're a wrestling fan.
Very much enjoyed it. It's as far as like those kind of scripted reality, heightened reality shows, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's just nice to look at stuff going on in the background. Enjoy the narratives and the tangled webs they weave, but as a sort of a show, not revealing anything as such, but showing you the stuff you already know. It's a really, really beautiful way to watch that, I think. But yeah, they've got the whiteboards and you can see all the potential matchups and the ideas and stuff. Do you think with this Chase U, Shawn Michaels writes it down on an actual scrap of paper, but then keeps losing a piece of paper?
Yeah,
where were we at? You could watch it. Now, I'm not wasting my time doing that. I'll see what the WhatCulture lads have said about it. And then you can't keep track from our recap because we can't keep track.
Did you see the leaked 41 card from WWE Unreal, the original?
No, but there was a few months back, wasn't there, where it was Ibu, friend of the podcast, rightfully taking a victory lap on several of the matches that his, I guess, sources or whatever had told him. And then plans changed, pal. You know, the likes of Punk and Gunther
Punk Gunther's on there.
Which was
Cena Cody's on there. Roman and Seth
was going to be a singles. Was there supposed to be was Jey Uso going to be still Intercontinental Champion in a multi-man or something?
2 ladder matches, 1 US, 1 IC. Jay, Damian Priest, Sami Zayn, Sheamus, Bronson Reed, and Ludwig Kaiser. US was L.A. Knight, Jimmy Uso, Andrade, Solo Sikoa, Santos Escobar, Carmelo Hayes, and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, God, what a stinker.
Other stuff on there, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Logan Paul, a 10-person mixed tag, the Wyatt Six versus the Judgment Day.
I remember that. We definitely saw that teased.
Women's tag titles, Io Sky and Asuka versus...
It's not the Judgment Day. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven.
Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair.
All right.
Yeah.
And then they must have gone with her. Gone with her for the Rumble, I suppose.
There's actually on this card, there's no mention of the other women's world title match as far as I can see. But the other matches we need to mention, Rey Mysterio versus Chad Gable.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Rey Mysterio with Travis Scott in his corner.
Right,
versus Chad Gable, obviously.
Yeah.
Yes, mates. And the other two matches, Dominic Mysterio versus...
Who was
going to break
so
your
he's
heart.
not hanging around with the Judgment Day for the Wyatt Six thing. I don't know. I can't think.
Bad Bunny.
It would have been so much fun.
And Bron Breakker versus Drew McIntyre. Oh, sorry. Bron Breakker versus Drew McIntyre with a special guest referee of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
So Bron's going to spear Stone Cold.
How's that? Yeah. Now, Wilbourn, I can't help noticing that in the original card, as in the original card where you make your original plans before you have to make a bunch of compromises and it doesn't feel original anymore, the main focus there is singles matches, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
You just relieved the pivoted.
Proof of the pudding is in the dribble thread.
The proof of the pudding's in the eating and the food was slap.
Charlotte Dempsey versus Tavion Heights. If Tavion Heights wins, he is free from the Ren QCC as set up by Bubba Ray Dudley last week. Tavion Heights is great as well.
They're fighting the hardest, aren't they, the Dudleys? TNA, it's anniversary.
What year is it? We were just talking off air about our love for Miles Bourne. We'll get to him later on, but I also want to put some praise. I think Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne versus Fraxian was one of my favourite matches. It must have been last year because it was like we were arguing about tag titles and
was it was it a day lane? Maybe underneath the...
What a show. Ambassador?
Or in between the age of Davies?
Never been bad. The greatest wrestling stipulation.
He's not here.
It's not a gimmick.
He's probably having a really stressful day.
He is. I've texted him. It's not a gimmick. Iron Survivor is perfect.
I love it. I do love the Iron Survivor.
But yes, Tavion Heights, Charlie Dempsey, Tavion Heights, takes him down a few times. Dempsey fights back with an armbar. Joe Hendry pops up. Some sort of production error, clearly. They collide with crossbodies. We go to a break. When we come back...
Maybe this is like a new bit and like somebody in the crowd said, isn't it him? Yeah, right there. It's getting a bit much.
We'll cut back to Joe. Remind me about Joe later. Heights in trouble when we come back, but he suplexes his way out of it. They go outside, and a bit like they did last time, Dempsey's going after the leg, slamming it against the steps. He tries to do the bit, but they trapped it last time, but is unsuccessful, so he just chucks his leg into the steps and throws him back in, sets up a half crab inside. There's a callback, obviously, with Ren Sinclair scrabbling around, trying to find a towel potentially to throw it in, but she's maybe either got faith in her friend or he just gets out of it quickly enough for her to not find a towel from the crowd or something, terrible towel or whatever. Heights gets a small package and a Death Valley Driver gets two. And then the finish sees Tavion Heights brilliantly counter Charlie Dempsey for a huge belly-to-belly suplex. 1, 2, 3. Tavion Heights is free as well, and the NQCC numbers are dwindling.
I have enjoyed, sometimes in spite of myself, to be honest, I've enjoyed this story very much. It's dumb at its core. You should just be allowed to go wherever you want. I'm not sure what Charlie Dempsey got them all signing for them to have to leave through these circumstances.
I've worked through this with Sige before. I said maybe there was a contract that says if you want to get on NXT TV, you have to sign with the RenQCC.
Yeah.
Because we didn't see him prior to that, as far as I'm aware.
But I have enjoyed this. I really like Tavion Heights.
It's like a gym membership that you can't cancel.
Yeah, the Chandler and Ross guy from Friends. I want to quit the gym. I think Tavion Heights has a lot of upside, as Jim Ross would say. It's still a bit raw. It's not quite. He's doing the thing, which I think is the most important thing, is that he's connecting a little bit with his eyes. Like, I know that it's a cliche that you find the hard camera, but at this point you're starting to be able to read his emotions very well. And you can sort of feel when he's in the struggle. You can feel like the elation in the aftermath of the win, or like when he was really down and struggling. And he does make Charlie Dempsey look like this very difficult to beat guy, which is tricky because the whole story has been, well, everybody's beating him. That's how you're getting out of his control. But it's not made none of this has made Charlie Dempsey feel like he's on some sort of terrible losing streak.
No.
Just that he's beatable, ultimately.
We need some new students.
Maybe. Have we just put two disparate stories together?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of excited.
I would like it if Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights. I don't think they should, but it'd be funny if they reunite as a tag team.
Yeah.
Just not for you.
The buzzing friends. Just like, this is a very elaborate way of like, I can't kick him out of the WhatsApp group. Should we just start a new one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Decentness. I think Tavion Heights is like one. It's not all there, but he's definitely one to watch. I really enjoy watching him.
I agree. We see Trick Williams backstage talking to the High Rise, and Wes says that he'll take out Javon tonight, and maybe he can get his boys a shot at the tag titles in TNA. In comes Santino Marella ahead of his title shot later on in the evening. He's not having any of this Trick NA nonsense. He's got the power in TNA, although tonight he's not here as the Director of Authority. He's a WWE superstar here to save the North American title from Ethan Page. Santino tells Trick not to get comfortable with the TNA World title either, because it's coming home soon. And it did come home, of course, when the Lionesses won at the weekend. So
It did, yeah.
I stayed home, really, if anything.
Congratulations, Lionesses. On behalf of all of us, especially Andy Murray.
Out comes Blake Monroe. To remind Booker T, her name is Blake Monroe. Learn it, love it. Don't ever do that again unless you want to end up in a medical facility like Jordan Grace.
Yeah, good. The best bit of this.
So why Jordan Grace? Why did she attack Jordan Grace? Jordan isn't good enough, says Blake Monroe. She's seen protein shakes with more personality than JG, as she says. She's not a superstar. She's more of a background player, or some might say, an extra.
Huh? Film stuff.
Shot from her being an extra in some
What's she
backstage.
Done? Suck a finger and rub it on. Could have gone around her house and suck a finger and rub it on a plate. Isn't that?
Let's get serious. This is the deepest division in women's wrestling. You can't have a champion who looks like this. And unfortunately, as we suggested yesterday, it was an old photo of Jordan Grace who has transformed herself. I mean, I'll be honest, didn't look terrible back then.
Yeah.
But
it's a different kind of body.
yeah. Jordan's transformed herself, says Blake, but I know when she's alone, she looks in the mirror, she doesn't see a juggernaut. She sees that photo, and that's not championship material, that's gym membership material. Ooh. This is what you call star power. It's talking about herself. This is what you build a brand around. WWE knew about me before I even decided to wrestle, which is interesting to know. I thought they'd poached her from AEW, but turns out always had tabs on her, so...
Send your apologies to Wilbourn, please.
I was influencing all of you to buy T-shirts going viral, just looking like this. Oof, delicious. When you look this good, you don't need to change a thing. I'm not here to play nice. I'm the person this brand revolves around. JG's your little underdog. She can bench press 300 pounds, but she can't carry a women's division.
Good line.
And then you hear, if you want to come and get it, Lola Vice, love her theme so much. And she quite rightly tells Blake to shut the hell up.
Oh, God, I've honestly just gone like 5p, 2p over the next interruption because I'd forgotten about it. And it's like, this is so... Sorry, carry on.
It's not even the next one, it's the one after.
The one after, isn't it? Yeah.
How can you be so beautiful and yet so ugly inside?
Those things are contrasts.
We do have the deepest women's division.
And I mean, folks, where's the lie?
You're not going to be champion of it, though. You want to talk about star power? Star power is me flying across the world to represent WWE and AAA, not taking selfies backstage. It's creating viral moments like I did dancing with Hall of Famer Nikki Bella at Evolution.
Brilliant. To be absolutely fair to Blake Monroe, and I understand that the character starts here and you can't discount it. It's about winning titles in massive stadiums or alternatively dancing with Nikki Bella. Both good. But the same in a way.
Come and get it. I love that tune. And then, bing bong, excuse me. Here comes Jada Parker. I keep in all this evolution this far. A moment that you all love talking about your little moments. Somebody made you relevant. I don't need any of that. I don't need no Bella twin. I don't need no betrayal. I don't need anybody else to make any type of noise. I'm Jada Parker. Understand that. Go on, Jada.
Good. Best of the lot, this, by miles.
Also, I did to Jasmine Nix earlier. I'm not chasing clout. I'm chasing that NXT Women's Championship.
Great. Like, needed this. Thought, do you know what? This is going to end on a high.
Oh, dear, says Blake. I had so much hope for the both of you. But you're just going to be little JG Juniors, aren't you? But then, Jordan's music hits. And who comes out? It's Jordan. Kelani Jordan, that is.
She pretty much says that.
Oops, my bad. I guess you're not the Jordan I was looking for, huh?
Good one, Kelani.
Always expect the unexpected here in NXT.
Whoa, smash, motherfucker. I felt so bad for her having to come out and try and sell this.
Because people were like, they mugged up Kelani Jordan. She's a babyface, isn't she?
Not the Jordan you were expecting. So the 6 seconds of fear you sold, take them off your face and be completely unbothered. What are you supposed
and then we'll wrestle next week.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do with that? Whose idea? Shawn Michaels. I got it. It's not Jordan.
Wait a second. Guys, Jordan Grace. Kelani Jordan. Kelani Jordan Grace.
Spears, come here. I got a great idea with me and you. They're going to play your music, but I'm going to come out, and there's never been a pop to your music before.
The opposite, if we played Sean's music. Oh, guess I'm not the Sean you were hoping for.
Yeah, that would be it as well. Shawn Michaels' music is massive pop.
It's Austin Theory. I'm guessing not the Austin you were hoping for.
That's why he's been getting those massive pops on main event. The glass breaks and record the crowd. It's got that like, whoa, pop-ometer to 1 million. Austin Theory as well.
Oh, God. Sting's music hits. That's right, it's me, Bumblebee Priestley. There we go.
You. I wondered where you were going there because I thought, is he going to say Sting as in the musician? Because he's going to get a big
My
pop.
dad went to see him at Latitude the other day.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
No, he said he was rubbish.
Oh, really?
He left after half an hour. Said he was crap.
Chris Wilbourn of Pitchfork.
Yeah, my dad's way cooler. And they're like, he's going to festivals all the time and stuff like that. And he's like, went to see Fatboy Slim was Saturday night.
Nice.
I'm like, what?
I see Fatboy Slim and he's walks out on Sting. Got to buy the cockapoo, brand the car, the brand new day. Sting.
It is. I'm just trying to think of more wrestlers that sound like other wrestlers, basically.
Bumblebee Priestley.
Not topping that, are we?
God.
Any more?
To be honest, I've lost track of the bit. For some reason, I was thinking like, oh, what Jada Snake Roberts? But it was nothing to do with animals. It was just because you brought it round to bees. What was the gag? What were we doing?
Kelani Jordan Grace.
Right. So like Steve Austin, Austin Theory, Sting, the wrestler Sting, and a bee. Dung, 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 dung. Here he comes straight down from Everest. Oh, it's the Derby County first team.
Of all the ways to get to somewhere, you went for Derby County with Darby Allin.
It's Brian Dean, the scorer of the first ever.
Jesus.
Polite applause. Brian Dean. We signed for the end of the season. Need him just short the front line. 4 goals.
Any more?
Probably not. Here he comes. It's Sammy Snake. It's just like Bouncy Castle just inflates the big cock and balls it. Sammy Snake.
the Sammy you were expecting. I'm not here to talk about the past.
No. Oh, it's CM. Michael Hamflett from CM. Which people got when they paid for a ticket to our live shows 2 or 3 times.
They did.
Sorry about that.
You can't talk about the future without talking about Kelani Jordan Grace. That's what we have to call her from now on. Blake, you think you're the hottest signing in sports entertainment? I bet you prove it against a former champion. You can't do it, even on your best day, you can't do it like Lani. Blake says, that's cute. Kelani finally got a personality. How about next week I put you with Jordan Grace in a local medical facility? I'm going to put you in a medical facility. Didn't you say at the start? You threatened Booker with that. Anyway, Blake had put Kelani Jordan. It all broke down. Oh no, Naya,
McQueen.
all over.
It all broke down to suggest it was built up in the first place.
Kelani Jordan dropkick Blake to the floor. There was a nice bit where
put you in a medical facility.
Blake Monroe embraced Jada Parker on the outside. Jada Parker went, get the off me.
Yeah, Jada Parker stole this whole thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was awful. I'd steal it and I'd throw it right in the bin.
Jada Parker's music hits and out comes the driver from Thunderbirds. Hello, my lady.
For all those listening on the podcast, they'd just been miming the Thunderbirds.
This was such a bad segment, which I think...
I don't know. I think
Nicholas is going to timestamp.
This has won me round, you know. Do you remember Tiffany Stratton at the stables? Again, I'll look back on this with quite fond memories now.
Got there in the end. Remember the classic bait and switch from Kelani Jordan? Whoa! It's different Jordan. No, Blake Monroe's performance was largely terrible. Something about a delivery that just didn't feel convincing. The stakes felt low. This was cheesy and just...
Is it allowed? Is it? I was trying to weigh this up in my head. Is it more the horrible? Oh, you look at you. You look bloody like.
That's not great. Yeah.
But is it because you actually have faith in Jordan Grace getting payback for this, unlike poor Mickie James, who just...
I think the match will be good. Yeah, like I think the match will be decent. I think the booking's been all right in terms of how you set a feud up on paper. But this is not the first time Blake Monroe's had one of these long segments, and I don't think she comes across very well in them. I think it strips away at what they've been able to do with his character thus far, and it's obviously a character with great investment, and she's either here to win the belt or here for a very short time and then straight on the main roster. She's going to be a character of significant consequence in this division, and like that's obvious. But I don't think they're making the best use of it. It's made me like try and reflect on the times when she was given this sort of promo time in AEW and just how successful it was. And my memories are not that great. Like the story was powering so much of what her and Toni Storm got to say to each other, and it was that great that obviously you've got loads of ammo. She feels short on things to say, and as a result gets sort of half-arsed zingers, and they overthink the segment, and that's how you end up with Kelani Jordan Grace. Jada Parker.
I'm so excited to tell Siege about Kelani Jordan Grace next week.
He won't give a f***ing shit, man. Like, and that's the thing about Jada Parker here, who didn't have much to say, but came out with this by far the best.
Yeah.
Was just, there was almost, she was
Didn't
almost...
get any honour, did she? That's
no,
the thing, yeah.
It was a kind of, like, some wrestlers sometimes probably can't believe their luck. They're like, oh my God, they're out there completely tanking this, and I get to out there and say that's what they're doing. You're all rubbish. Anyway, see you later. Like, they've proven me correct.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when the whole point of a baby face is, if they're going to say they're going to do something, they better do it. Jada Parker was the most credible out there. This is crap. You're rubbish. I'll be off. Not good. And I especially love Kelani Jordan. I think she deserved a lot better than whoever came up with this stupid idea. Breaking the glass for friggin' Kelani Jordan. You're desperate to think some more, aren't you? You are absolutely desperate to think some more.
I was trying to work around. Yeah, peas befell, and the Reigns walks out.
If you smile, it's just a rock. It's a stationary
pebble.
Rock, just sat there.
I mean, we have to put a rock and a chef's hat on the channel before, so let's not.
This is this is not the
Wrestling Catchphrase still available. Check it out
in the archives.
Very funny moment backstage with the killing. Tatum Paxley's buzzing, obviously, about life generally, winning the match with Izzy Dame, having friends again. She says, Izzy, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think I might get myself a North American title shot against Sol Ruka. And Izzy's like, yeah, good one. I think you have to pin the champion for that. And then in comes Sean Spears and goes, great news. Tatum's got a title shot. Izzy's like, fantastic. And they're all going to be in her corner next week to make sure she brings the title home. Tatum Paxley can't believe it. She's loving it. Loving her new family. But then as they leave, who should appear but Luca Crucifino, who says, no family lasts forever. Foreshadowing.
I love how that was the sort of the theme of like the different ways in which the family have gone and how they're using their experiences to impart onto others. We got one later on, obviously, with a close friend of ours.
Strange, he didn't sound like Luca Crucifino, did he?
Sorry, yeah, he was downtrodden there. I should have. I'm loving all this, says Tatum Paxley. Love my new family. No family, that's whatever.
I mean, that was quite a performance.
Thank you.
I like dissension in the Greek. That's how I do it. I'm going around.
Izzy Dame, like, just kick someone out. I've got to do it again now.
Let's kick the leader out now. Do I have to run this thing?
Dave's going to be the only one left.
What, Spearsy?
I'm quite intrigued to see what happens next week, though, because they're like, Izzy, help her win. She's like, no, I don't really want to be honest. It's kind of using her for my benefit.
I'd love to help, but my hands are tied.
Then we got, the other half of the match we saw at the start of the show. It was Lash Legend versus Fallon Henley, who was there with other members of Fatal Influence, Jasmine Nix, who we saw in action earlier, and of course the double champ, JC Jane.
Jordan Grace.
Henley does well here against Lash. She sent her into the throat, to the ropes, throat first, stomped away.
Oh, you sent me into my throat.
Again, another Joe Hendry appearance here. There's a springboard bulldog into a Hurricane Rana. Fallon's great. Love Fallon. But Lash
I'm
Legend...
just thinking if there's something like Joe TV, like GTV, we just can't come for a piss or something. Say it, isn't it? Give us a minute. I'm having a push.
Legend comes back with a nice fall-away slam, knocks her out to the outside of the ring. The rest of Fatal Influence try to get involved. Jasmine Nix just gets nailed with a punch by Lash Legend.
Did that.
Huge pump kick as well to JC Jane. But then suddenly, who should appear but Nia Jax? She attacks Legend from behind, rolls Lash into the ring. Henley hits the rocker dropper and gets the 1, 2, 3. And Nia beats down Lash post-match and hits an Annihilator. What great surprise this was.
Yeah, couldn't have called this. I thought they were having quite a nice little match as well. Not to patronise them or anything, but it's sort of Lash Legend being less about just the flashy stuff and getting to the point now where, right, can this be more than that? Can you put this all together? And I think the answer
She started
is yes.
to show it in the Evolution thing, didn't she? Yeah.
I think she's starting to... Like the stuff we talk about sometimes, and it's boring wrestling stuff, but it is a performance center. It is a developmental. The space between stuff. How much are you watching Lash Legend, and how much are you simply waiting for Lash Legend to do cool stuff? And I think she's starting to really figure that out and cross the divide without sacrificing the power game and the size and all of the stuff that got her over quite quickly. You know, like they come up with wrestling's cool like this. They come up with a spot where she lifts Otis. And you're like, whoa, right, I'm going to have to track her. But then there's a very good reason why you don't get that every week. And you don't get a Lash Legend match every week, while presumably a lot of the work is being done in the background in the Performance Center. So that someone like a Lash Legend is never there to miss. You don't want her having bad nights.
Yeah.
It needs to feel like a constant evolving process. Now she gets to have a monster match with Nia Jax, where unusually for her, and this is, when we talk about wrestlers getting tested on NXT, this is a really good one. Unusually for her, she's now got to fight from underneath.
In a Nia Jax TV match.
Yeah.
And
she's never had that.
A Nia Jax TV match. Very high bar.
High bar. Like reasonable expectations. So it's just a skill that you'll see how good she is at it. You'll see what she's picked up as a babyface and as somebody that's got to fight back from somebody overwhelming her rather than the other way around, which I'm really into. Fallon Henley's so polished sometimes. I wish she had this hit rate all the time. She looked so slick out there. And maybe this was one of them contrast things where, in comparison to the first match, this was a clear level above. Clear level above. But we love JC Jane. Fallon is the best one.
Yes.
She is.
I think that's sort of the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice
this. I like this.
I'm going to skip ahead because I want to mention the bit just before the main event of the evening where we see during the break Fatal Influence leaving and the person behind the camera is like, how do you reckon you did this evening? Fallon's like, well, I did my job and Jasmine failed. Jasmine's like, well, I think I'm the reason that we helped you win.
Yeah.
But before anything can be said by the other one, which is, sorry, so we've heard from Fallon, we've heard from Jasmine next, but we haven't heard from JC Jane before she can get a word in, really. And Nia walks in and says, Lash got her ass dropped. That's what happens when you think you're the force to be reckoned with. Something else is going to happen next week as well. More Nia Jax, yes, please.
I like Nia Jax a lot. I share your excitement and enthusiasm. She's fallen. She's down. Nia has fallen. But there's been a situation like this before where she has to like grab a camera and try and manufacture a bit of chaos, and it's just accidentally funny, isn't it? She'll go like, ah, like that, and try and sort of shake things, and it doesn't really feel.
Do you remember when Alicia Fox accidentally hit her? Oh, sorry. Oh no, I'm meant to be.
No.
She was like flipping out backstage, and she threw, I think, like a.
Oh god, yeah.
Face or something. Oh, sorry about that. Oh no, that's not what I meant to.
I'm losing it.
Oh, she's down again. You have a rest. You save yourself for next week, now. Yeah. Where are we? Right, I remember where we are now. So yeah, Nia's beating Lash down, put her in an annihilator. We go backstage, and Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Nomura are getting into an argument. They have to be separated. And who should appear but our colleague? Yeah. I'm not quite calling him a friend again yet. Stacks reminds Yoshiki, there's no honor, loyalty, or family in this business.
Terrible impression, like.
But Yoshiki slaps Stacks in the face and tells him he'll show him honor next week.
There's a match.
It's a match.
Don't mind watching that.
Yeah, really excited for that.
Fully divorced from the family, Stacks get us going. You know, it'd be nice to sort of see maybe any little changes he might make or whatever. Curious to see it, genuinely.
Oh, sorry. Oh, God. I knew this would happen considering 3 weeks today we'll be in Glasgow for the first night of Sweet Chin Disco long tour. 9 dates. Get your tickets at dice.fm. But
9 dates.
Mark's just calling me, so I better take this, catch up with my old friend. Hello. Yeah, hello, mate. Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah, anyway.
I feel bad speaking about him when he's not in the room. But he's such a brown, licky brown nose, isn't he? Like to his wrestler friends on these Sweet Chin Disco tours.
Yeah, it's gross. He's got no self-respect.
It is.
No self-respect
Not
whatsoever.
a shred of it, honestly.
No dignity.
It's like, oh, he's my favourite wrestler. Oh, somebody's calling. I'll abandon my post to speak to all my favourite wrestlers. It's just like...
If there's a boot there.
If there is a boot there, it's there to be licked. Like, you'd think he'd start like, oh, I'm going to start dressing up as all my favourite wrestlers.
Yeah.
Whoa, hey, Stacks.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
All right, how are you?
I can't remember which day he's let me on,
I think it was that one. Yeah.
Hey,
it's hard, doesn't it, Nomura?
It does. I'm scared about that next week. Hey, how you like these Tony stompers I got here? Yeah. You like that?
You seen Raw yet, Stacks? That's very funny. But they say the secret comedy is timing. You should know this. Tell 3 jokes every week, twice. And you're a day late.
$1 short. What's the deal with shoes?
Well, funny you should mention that. Because we did, myself and Wilbourn went into quite a lot of detail about this on the Raw review, which you can watch wherever you get your podcasts on this very channel, Stacks. When you're flying back, stick on the old Raw review, and you'll get a bit more information about shoes. I'll give you a Cole's notes on the old shoe skis. They're an item of clothes that you wear on your feet. They come in the form of trainers, brogues, other shoes. really, those are the 2 shoes. Any kind of shoes. Sliders. I was telling Wilbourn I bought my first pair of sliders.
Ooh.
Flip-flops. Just basically, like, the ground, whilst it is encouraged to, like, walk in nature and feel the earth beneath your feet. That's, like, kind of an old, like, sort of bit of wisdom and cliche and all that kind of stuff. And once upon a time, you know, we've evolved as a species. There were no shoes. But now there are. And sometimes the ground's pretty gross. So that's where shoes step in. Do a hell of a job. Good workers, shoes.
Well, yeah, did you hear about the girl that was so in love, she'd rather blow her boyfriend than go out shoe shopping? I mean, talk about head over heels, huh?
That's good. I mean, that's vulgar, but it's good stuff. It is funny. Stacks.
3 questions, 3 jokes for you. Hamflett, what do you call a shoe that is made from bananas? Huh? Picture that.
A high peel.
Good night, right?
No.
Oh!
Come on, you can do this.
A high peeled shoe.
No. What happens when you stand on a banana? Allegedly.
I feel bad that I'm going to get this for the clue, the shoe clue. A slip-on
No.
shoe. It's 2 punchlines.
What happens if you stood on a banana but you were dressed for bed?
Slippers.
Bingo!
Didn't get it. I thought mine was better.
Question joke number 2. You know, Shaggy has actually opened a shoe shop. You know what it's called?
Ooh. Oh, hang on. Maybe I was getting the wrong Shaggy.
I was going to say, did you get the wrong Shaggy?
Yeah.
You would think. You
the
would
first thought was like, it wasn't my shoes. They always buy them.
You would think it's Scooby Dooby shoes.
And that was where I went next.
Yeah, but what about if it wasn't me?
Scooby Dooby shoes. What are the other Shaggy songs? Do you know what? Stacks, I don't know.
Shaggy's opened a shoe shop. You know what it's called? Mr. Loafer Loafer.
That was what I was laughing at. I knew
Willie can do a good Shaggy impression, can he?
Willie's got a good one in him when Mr. Iguana recently debuted. He rolled that one out a couple of times and it was just something. It's funny actually, Stacks. You almost never get to hear this. You doing Shaggy remarkably sounds a lot like Wilbourn trying to do you. He's not one for us. He's not got a very good Stacks voice. But like there's a lot of overlaps in the voice.
Indeed.
The vocal choices.
A lot of different impressions going around today, huh?
Certainly is.
Final question, final joke for you. How are men like shoelaces?
How are men like shoelaces? Shoelaces get tied up. Shoelaces sometimes trail on the ground. Sometimes you want to tuck them in. I find that they're made too long. Box shoelaces. I know different shoes have different number
Come
of
on,
eyes, but
this has got to be something to do with the holes in the shoes that the laces go into, right?
they're called eyes, aren't they?
But you think he knows that?
No, he doesn't.
Look at
does
him.
he?
Just look at him.
Just wants to.
He just wants to put something in a hole.
See, that's what was the setup again, please, Stacks?
How are men like shoelaces, huh?
They want to go through multiple holes.
They go through multiple holes.
Yeah.
They go through a lot of holes before they get tied down.
Something about the tongue. There's a tongue there as well. Come on.
Oh, can we get the whole thing?
You can do tongue, holes tied down, something like
They
that.
go through multiple holes. Something tongue before they get tied down. I can't quite piece it together, Stacks, but I'm looking forward to
goddamn
your
close.
delivery of all this vulgarity. I am looking forward to this.
How are men like shoelaces? They go through many holes before they tie the knot. See you later, guys.
No tongue?
No tongue, yeah.
No tongue.
Yeah.
Fair
enough, eh? Each their own.
That's it, yeah. Bye, Stacks.
Bye, Stack.
Yeah. All right. See you later. Yeah. Sorry
That's
about
okay.
that. Bloody
I don't think you're all right then.
got confused about that. Wasn't Mark Henry. It's Henry Mark, wasn't it?
Now then, how's he doing?
He's good. Yeah, he's
What are we talking about?
just workout regimes mainly.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
On the same
Giving us some
episode.
tips.
On the same episode as Jordan Grace and Kelani Jordan.
What are the chances, eh?
What are the chances of that?
Good catch.
Did I miss anything?
Well, no, but what we've obviously highlighted there, Stacks popped in.
You good?
He was all right. He was energised in spite of being slapped in the face. Had some good
Good.
jokes about shoes. He just seemed up to stuff. I don't know.
I hear Shaggy's opened a new shoe shop.
Has he?
Yeah, Mr. Loafer Loafer.
You're not going to believe this. Stack's told me that as well.
What?
He must have Googled it, haven't
They
he?
call me Mr. Iguana. We all remember it.
We all remember it. That was I wonder if there's like I'm never right about anything in wrestling, but I wonder if this is a record time for me being proved right with my instant cynicism over Mr. Iguana. You know, head's going to put the belt on Mr. Iguana, quick. He's got a teddy bear. What was going on?
It was a bit of collective headlock.
Everybody lost it.
Title off Roman Reigns, put it on Mr. Iguana probably. Actually, we should have finished the story.
Finish the story. What's the story? He's got a teddy. Not a great story. It's not a long story, but it is a story.
And the only thing that can stop the bloodline, an iguana. Right, let's get to by far the best match on this show.
Yes.
Javon Evans versus Wes Lee. Brilliant stuff, this, from both of these guys. There was Trick Williams on commentary. Evans didn't mess about, obviously, because of the attack from earlier. So he dived onto Wes Lee before the bell, brawled with him on the outside. When they get back in, though, Wes fights back, sends Javon face first into the turnbuckle. Javon came back with a nice kick, goes up top, but the rest of the high rise are out there, and I think it was Tyson who distracted him. Wes shoved him to the floor. Wes did a big dive, big leap to take out Javon Evans as we go to a break. When we come back, Evans fights back, kicks him in the head, German suplex, loads of kicks in there, springboard kicks as well. That gets a 2 count, but Lee hits, knocks him back, hits a brain buster, but Evans managed to tie him up in a tree of woe. An amazing jumping, flipping coast to coast from Javon Evans.
That's for those that haven't seen this, because it's NXT. It is the coast to coast, the Van Terminator, whatever you want to call it, but he incorporates a flip. He's got enough air time to rotate the full waist that when he connects with the drop kick, by this point he's kind of taken a back bump at the same time. He's flipped with
amazing.
it. It's really something. And I think he's going to improve upon it as well.
Yeah.
Like the camera shot in such a way as to forgive him if he didn't quite make it. And he did make it, but I still feel like he's got there's more to do with it. He can shape his body another way. It was, really something.
He gets a 2 count, high rise, get involved as well. So he dives, no hands dives, takes them out. But Lee, when he comes back, hits the cardiac kick, but sort of is really keen to pin Javon Evans, so much so that he almost sort of over-rotates in the pin. That's, I think, the way that they went to do it. Not that Javon was smart enough to get his foot in the ropes, but almost to counteract or to cover for Wes Lee. He's accidentally put his opponent's foot in the ropes because, yes, he gets a 2 count from that. And Javon Evans fights back up with an amazing jumping cutter, followed by that amazing top rope cutter of his to get the 1, 2, 3. Awesome match, this.
Yeah. Do you know, feathering Javon Evans' cap here, because this was the best Wes Lee singles match I can remember in ages.
Yes.
I've really I felt so sorry for Wes Lee, positioned as this heel and not particularly helped by his producers or his agents or whoever in putting together matches that simultaneously make the best of all the stuff he can do, but as this villainous character who's trying to shut people up and prove people wrong and all the rest of it. It's just never, ever worked. It's never connected.
What about if we gave him a new theme? I just thought then. I don't know when, because you said his name quite a few times, and I was like, wait a second. I'm kind of a musician myself. Okay. So picture this. I'm try this one on for size.
Yeah, already that.
Wes Lee, Wes Lee, Wes Lee, Wes Lee. Please don't beat them just because you can.
I'm begging on you, please have a good match. There you go, Wes Lee. Any more of that? It feels like a name that you can throw a lot.
Wes Lee works well. He's got his brother, obviously, Brocco.
Jesus Christ.
Remember that?
You sadly do.
Eric loves his brother.
Broccoli.
He loves broccoli, yeah.
It, yeah. Yep, well, I mean, this match was really excellent, but we've already trivialised it, haven't we?
This is go and watch this match.
A good night for both here. Wes Lee, I think. Wes Lee.
See?
Yeah. It is catchy.
Yeah.
Bing bong, ex-Wes Lee.
It's funny.
Really, really good chemistry. The kind of match that Javon Evans needed a bit to shake off this. I've got my flips, I'm bouncy, I can go higher than everybody else, but I'm also just a spunky kid looking for a good time. He had to get in the muck here a little bit. He had to fight to win. He really felt it. He had to, like...
You sort of learned that with the Jasper Troy match as well.
Yeah. You can see it's a dirty word because of freaking cup. You can see the grit. You can see that he's now prepared. He's taking some lumps and he's taking some licks and he's starting to show that he's actually had to battle for his spot rather than just being this kid that is really cool. There was a promo, wasn't there? I can't remember for what program it was for, but we were a bit like, do you know what, Javon? That's kind of annoying, mate. Like, it was a bit like, the arrogance of
youth. Randy when he got his jaw wired shut and stuff?
Maybe, I can't. It was just like, there was one of these backstage ones one week where he came in and he was just like, I'm class, mate. And you're like, you're kind of coming across like an arsehole.
Yeah.
Like, he's now finding a way to be like, no, I realise I have to work for this.
Well, he's taught him that, don't you? The dead man.
He's taught him some respect.
Dead man bouncing.
That's it. Back in my day, I used to kind of bounce like you too. At the bars. I was a
On
bouncer at the Godfather. No, I meant as the doorstep Wilbourn.
Sorry.
This is why Sidge thinks Stephanie Vickers for the Gooners. It's not all intercourse with you, gentlemen. Sex, bloody sex.
Yep.
I meant as a door staff of the Godfather's Sex Club.
Go and watch.
Maybe it was sex.
Javon Evans and Wes Lee.
It was good. It was really good. Wes Lee.
We've come up with loads of new stuff today.
Oh, honestly, man. Creative engine room. This is like an episode of WWE Unreal.
Vic Joseph sits down with a brilliant Miles Bourne. This was... we've already heard and know a fair bit about Miles, but again, just to be reminded of this or to be given more details, you can't help but just love the guy.
Yeah.
I think especially if anyone's had a child and had to go through stuff, it really impacts you. He talks about really serious health conditions as a baby, and just sort of accuses Lexis King of stirring the pot. He talked about this was, oh my word, flatlining twice as a kid. With his condition, he had to be plugged into a ventilator, which, as a result of that, means he lost 90% of hearing in both ears. So communication's obviously never been his thing, but he learned to read lips and body language and stuff like that to understand what people are saying. And he'd be completely within his rights to be like, that's kind of my thing, but I'd rather, it not that it's not that it defines him, obviously.
Yeah.
But he could be like, right, I've done it now. Let's stop about it. He's joking about it. Vic's asked him the next question. He's like, "What's that?" I got
yeah.
So it makes now I feel a lot more comfortable laughing about it because initially it was like people doing that to him, and you were like, "Is that okay? Are they just forcing that on him?"
That was the thing where you were like, you have to assume the power's in his hands because he's presumably consented to it. But then we've talked about this in wrestling. Are you really going to say no to stuff and be seen as difficult or whatever? Now, even the character has the power in it, let alone what's happening behind the scenes.
He looks bigger, doesn't he? He looks taller. He looks like a...
I think that week that he cut that promo ahead of the match against Overfemi was the turning point, wasn't it? They gave him a battle royal, and it was like, we're not... Run with the ball, but it's only a brief run for now.
I think he's winning a title before this year's out.
I think I agree. Yeah. Solidarity. Shout out, by the way, from neonatal dads to neonatal staff and all of you that do that job, because Jesus Christ... single scariest period of my entire life, and they're amazing, and it's really cool when babies get through that and you can be like, wow, you do that every day for a job. That's almost as challenging as reviewing wrestling. I don't know, how are they
I remember I bumped into, I think it was a nurse or a doctor or someone, some highly impressive medical person at the Tesco around the corner. It was like, oh, I listen to you guys all the time. I was like, why?
Thanks for saving people's lives.
Yeah.
We do the same in a way.
Yeah. So
our audio and video coverage of WWE, NXT, and AEW, not Collision.
Yeah, special shout out to the special care unit at the QE.
Sunderland Neonatal. Unbelievable work. And wherever Miles was born. Later as well.
He says Lexis, there's always going to be bell ends like Lexis King, basically. You just have to block them out. And then we go to Ava's office. But she's not alone, actually. She's got her two assistants there. There's Stevie Turner and... I'll drop the Nia Jax photo.
No, you'll have to go pick that up.
So sorry, in the office, just to clarify here, there is Ava, there's Stevie Turner, and I can't for the life of me remember the other person.
Do you know what it was, Wilbourn? It was actually Robert Stone.
Got the picture.
Thank goodness.
Stevie talks about Jordan Grace being a neck brace for a bit. Meanwhile, the other assistant, who is, of course...
Of course it is Robert Stone.
Says, Ricky's going to be fine.
This was a bad segment, by the way.
No, it wasn't. It was great. Lexis walks in. Again, we've made it good. Lexis walks in and says, Miles isn't deaf. He's a con man and a phony, and everyone's falling for it. If Miles is deaf, then I'm blind as a bat, he says. And Amy says, all right, we'll find out next week. You can fight him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for a change, I think Ava's total disdain for her wrestlers actually works. She hates Lexis King. You again. I'm sick of you. Lexis King's sartorial choice was of note.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
I like Lexis King a lot. He's an idiot. And that's why you never quite know if he's done this on purpose or if they're doing a bit of teasing of a foo head down the line, or if he's just thought, if he's seen this other wrestler on telly and thought, I like that, I think I'll take it actually. A blue shiny shirt and white tight jeans. He was dressed as Joe Hendry.
I've never seen that before.
Did he
and
know?
also throughout this show.
Did he know?
Do you know what I think should happen next week? I've just thought of it, by the way, with what Miles has been doing and the fact we're sort of, embracing this side of him. Beats Lexis King, obviously.
Yeah.
Losing to Lexis King. Yeah. Beats him. And then continues beating him down and says, I didn't hear no bell.
Good. Yes. Just uses it, and Lexis King's like, you did hear a bell. I know you did. Can't aim it. Yeah. What are you saying?
We're saying. And also next week, as we mentioned, Blake Monroe in a handicap match will take on Kelani Jordan Grace. Main event of the evening, North American title on the line, that beautiful belt. Ethan Page as the champion versus Santino Marella. This was the third instance of a Joe Hendry. I was convinced Joe Hendry was showing up at the end of the show as a result of this. But no, it's just a teaser campaign for the man's return.
Yep.
Santino out-wrestled Ethan Page at the start, got a few early near falls. Page has to sort of bail to the floor and recover, but he sort of teases him out there and gets the better of him, does Ethan Page. Big boot on Morella and a neck breaker gives Page 2. Gets him in a chin lock, but Santino, I loved watching Santino wrestle all over again. Get him up into an airplane spin, puts him down, then collapses himself for a double down. Ethan Page goes for Twisted Grin, but that gets counted into a stunner and that amazing saluting elbow that Morella does.
It's just funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Funny, yeah, body shape's funny.
Page fights back, kicks Santino and comes off the top rope with an attempted splash, but Morella gets the knees up. And for a split second, I thought, is this like a trade thing? Like, we take your NXT women's title and we'll take half your roster. You're a TNA women's title, we'll take half your roster. But can Santino have the North American title? Because Santino hits jabs, ducks a clothesline, hits that hip toss of his. Page goes to the outside. Santino leaps over the ropes onto him, gets him back in, pulls out the Cobra, but Ethan Page grabs the referee. So that stops Santino in his tracks. And as the referee is shoved aside and doesn't see this, Page goes to the eyes of Santino Marella and hits the Twisted Grin for the 1, 2, 3.
This was
everything it needed to be.
Yes.
Fun little match.
I really enjoyed watching Santino Marella here.
Yeah.
This was not like this. You don't have to go and watch it. If you've got an affection for Santino, though, I would recommend treating yourself. I haven't seen any of his TNA run. I haven't seen anything that he's done on the indies or whatever. Not particularly anyway. There's probably little flashes here and there I've seen. But given a profile and a spotlight in a situation where he was obviously going to lose, I just enjoyed watching him play the hits. Ethan Page was there for everything. This was if I was trying to think of the word, because if you call it serviceable or passable or all that things, that suggests a not very good time.
Backhanded, isn't it?
Yeah, and I had quite a good time just watching Santino play the hits, and Ethan Page was the person he played them against and then got the win. I wouldn't mind, and I don't have any names on a list here, by the way, so I'm kind of just spitballing, but I wouldn't mind if this was the bit for a bit and Ethan Page had if they had in mind a string of Canadian wrestlers that he could wrestle over a period of several weeks. And he retains the title, and it is what it is. But it's
Brett. Brett.
I would love that more than anything in the world, but then Brett would go over with the sharpshooter, you stupid idiot. Like the new North American champion of NXT, Bret Hart, with his boss, Shawn Michaels. Yeah, I thought this was a quite a nice role for Ethan Page's, but I very much enjoyed watching Santino Marella do this stuff.
A lot of just googled Canadian professional wrestlers.
There's the odd one or two, mate. Yeah,
There's quite a few here. Get in.
what, Mr. Bruce Hart.
Hey, Sean. If I forgive you for what you did to my family in the 90s, can you book them all to fight that Ethan kid? Sean.
If they want Dynamite to have a chance in the ratings, maybe they could book Edge as the challenger.
Budge.
Budge.
Budge Cope. Cope and Budge.
Missing link.
Yep. What?
Tyler Breeze.
Yeah, yes. That'd be all right. You could do that. He's around.
Loved Tyler's entrance theme.
Does the gimmick again for the night.
Sorry.
Was this it then? Was this the main event time? You said this is the end of NXT, isn't it?
It was, I mean, talking about sending the fans home, George, because they're curious. It's a new one I'm trying to get.
I've noticed. Yeah, you've done it twice now.
Call me George because I'm curious.
So poor. So poor.
I'll reference Bumblebee Priestley. I think you'll find, sir. We're trying to level this one out.
If you think that's as low as I'll go, do you not recall our conversation earlier on?
Tony D, the man himself. Great to see him back on our screens, for the time being at least. He's in the restaurant, and I was told that all the money had run out by certain people.
Hands up.
He's in the restaurant, and the waiter brings him a nice glass of red. And they say, there you go, Don. He's like, things are changing. And I thought, what do you mean? Let's not do anything hastily here, Tony. But yeah, Tony D's just fine with him.
Don't Stop Believing starts playing, weirdly.
Gets out the napkin, prepares to eat, when suddenly a shadow is cast over Tony. Boom, we fade to black. What happened to Tony D'Angelo? This is what you call a cliffhanger, ladies and gentlemen.
Or a finale.
Yeah, well, it could be anything. I've mentioned on the news the gamut of suggestions that have been run here. Omos, what?
Yeah.
Moose, okay. Adam Pearce with the contract for the main roster, okay.
Yep.
Who knows?
A never to be explained conclusion to a character that was a complete rip-off of The Sopranos, ending with a NXT's rip-off of The Sopranos. Is it possible? Could this be it? Could we get a wrestler out in a few weeks' time called Tony D. Wrestler? And it's just never spoken about again that we watched a guy being a mafia for 4 years.
Recognise you. Can't place you. The other two suggestions I should mention are Two Dimes and The Undertaker.
I'd love it if The Undertaker. He's invited him out for dinner and he's like, just to create a beer on the table. Get that wine off the table. All this wine nonsense.
Spaghetti.
What's that? Some kind of French food? One French food I like is fries.
I love this as a conclusion to the show, though. I was just so like, oh, Louise, you seen this?
And I mean, I need to know what's happened here. So they've got me.
Yeah.
I will, by the time I get a chance to watch next week's NXT, I will be on a plane to Thailand, / sat in the airport waiting for said plane. And I'm going to have to find
You like
out.
a Wednesday flight, don't you? I remember your giddiness around NXT just before we flew to Las Vegas.
I just love watching NXT.
You were at the Wilbourn household, weren't you?
I was, yeah. No, I'll sometimes go to airports on a Wednesday just to watch NXT in the departure lounge. I love the show so much, I associate it with like traveling somewhere fun. So it's
That is going to be so funny. Your first sort of big family trip with the kids abroad.
Yeah, first time on planes, yeah.
So the missus will be like, I'm going to stick together, make sure his passport's... Olive? Huh? Where's the kids gone?
You seen this? Because he used to be in the mafia, you see. And now obviously all of this has happened.
I think you should just completely go on a media blackout for NXT until...
Oh, that would be difficult.
What would it be? September
that week. Yeah, like...
Oh, no, it'd be late
I'm
August,
off on
wouldn't it?
September the 3rd, so I might get one episode in the middle.
August 27th.
My kid's birthday the first week of September. So yeah, we're talking like there's that one basically after Forbidden Doubt, and then
With your kid's birthday on the 3rd, did you say any chance you could have it on the 4th? Or
it's just like every year I just move it one day on. Oh, would you bloody believe it? I keep getting the date wrong. Yeah. NXT and me will try and keep in touch, but I'm choosing not to make any promises with this though. I'm
Fascinating.
Keen to see where it goes.
well, let us know your thoughts on that and everything we've discussed in the comments section below. You can follow
Don't
us.
have to.
Follow us all on X at WhatCulture WWE. You can follow Michael Hamflett at.
Michael Hamflett.
You can follow our long-suffering producer Adam Nicholas at.
It's Adam Nicholas.
And you can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE, as I said. Make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcasts from, for daily wrestling podcasts. A very professional AEW Dynamite preview, historical, knowledgeable, that sort of thing. If you want to check that out, that's available right now. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with Sidge, to review AEW Dynamite. But for now, this has been the NXT.
That big eight, man. That big eight, man.
That's been the NXT review. My thanks to Michael Hamflett, Stacks. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.